Welcome
What a
back
banger.
to the Gone for 10 show. Listen, he's back. He's fixed his technical issues. He might blame it on the computer. He might blame it on his wife. But you know what? We're going to throw the blame on him. But we got that episode done, Baxter. We are 40 minutes in. As you can see behind me, we are 40 minutes in to a season of NRL. The Parramatta Eels are currently up 6-0. So my tip is looking a little bit better than yours at the moment. But mate, let's jump straight into it. And because I've already seen the team list, I'm giving this one to you because I'm not pronouncing these teams wrong. It's the Warriors. Talk to me about it.
Yeah, we got Taz Nickel-Kustak, you got Darren Wattesley and Leziak. Oh my god, you're going to kill me for that. You got Braden Willman, you got Adam Pompey, you got Marcelo Montoya, you got Terry Tamaraman, Sean Johnson, Adam Phil Blake, Wade Egan, Mitchell Barnett, Jackson Ford, and Matara Nakore, Toro Aris, Dylan Walker, Bunty Afua, Josh Curran, Tom Ale, and Dylan Walker, which is 14th and 18th man. Yes, another good start. I don't know if that's a typo.
Absolute cracker. It's an absolute cracker. I don't know exactly who it is, actually.
I'm going to look it up right now as we talk it up in the team list. 18th man is Villario.
Well, I will actually jump in quickly because there has been one change, obviously, since this was done. Edward Cossey has come into the starting lineup, so he's now in on that win position. So it'll read Chance, Marcelo Montoya, Braden Williami, Adam Pompey, and Edward Cossey. So you got Dallin's name incorrect for absolutely nothing.
Oh, look, I'm sorry, Dallin. Don't curse me out on it because I should be getting it right every time, but you're not even in the lineup, so it doesn't even matter. Take another week off. And, we'll get into the Newcastle Knights.
Before we do jump into that, talk to me about this side. Obviously, we've spoken our preseason. Looking at this lineup, looking at what they're going to go, and obviously taking into account Marcelo Montoya moves to one side with Edward Cossey on the other side. It's a lineup that has Josh Curran sitting on the bench. So do you expect the Warriors, they're back at home, they're starting the season at home, it's going to be close to a sellout crowd. Do you expect the Warriors to hit the ground running in this game, or is it going to be a slow affair and they're going to try and grind it out? Obviously, don't give away your result, but do you think they're going to grind out this result or struggle?
They're going to have to if they want to get these two delicious points on the board early on in the first round. They're going to have to grind this game out against the Newcastle Knights, who there's been all this talk about, their halves combo and they're looking good. This on paper, this team looks even better. Can match them toe to toe, or even better go beyond and win it all. So as I said, there's two delicious points up for grabs. 6 p.m. next Friday tomorrow night. So hopefully the Warriors can get a win here.
Yeah, well, like you said, they are taking on the Newcastle Knights. So obviously, let's look at their lineup. At number 1, it's Lachlan Miller, Hymel Hunt, Anari Tuala, Bradman Best, Dominic Young, who is off to the Roosters next season, Kalen Ponga in the 6, Justin Hastings in the 7, Daniel Saifidi, Jaden Brally, Jacob Saifidi, Tyson Frizzell, Lachlan Fitzgibbon, Kurt Mann. On the bench, Phoenix Crossland, Adam Elliott, Jack Hemerington, Leo Thompson, and obviously the 18th man is Mr. Jack Johns himself. Looking at this squad, obviously, Lachlan Miller, it's looking like an absolute genius plan at the moment. They've got him from the Sharks. The Sharks cop an injury, and now the Knights are able to move, obviously, Kalen Ponga into that number 6 position. He'll have his hands on the ball more. He won't have to, obviously, run as much in that halves position. But what do you make of this squad? What do you make of Kalen Ponga going into the halves, and how do you think he will go this game? And ultimately, who do you have winning this game in, obviously, New Zealand?
Yeah, look, from all reports, Kalen Ponga's doing well in their 6 jersey, but this frontline defense, I think he missed in the last trial. I think it was like six tackles. So as a 6, that's not really a good thing, depending on where those tackles will be made. But if everything can come together and they can pull off a result, they're looking like a really, really good team to go deep into the season. Got some good players on the bench. You got Adam Elliott, who was a starter Canberra. You know, you got Jack Harrington. Yes, he gives away a lot of penalties away, but mate, he's a young bloke. If you get him in the right sort of system and the right culture, I think he could do wonders there. But I'm going to lead with the New Zealand Warriors, 1-12. They're at home. That's where my head and heart will lean towards. What about yourself, man?
I look at this game and I'll be completely honest. I think if you want to look for a value bet, obviously gamble responsibly. I think Knights at about $2.30 last time I saw him is absolute great value for this
Yeah.
side. Like I said, Lachlan Miller, he's a great player. Bradman Best on his day is one of the best centres at striking. Dominic Young, well, he's off to the Roosters, that should say enough that they're after him. Kalen Ponga can be an absolute masterclass, and Jackson Hastings kind of steadies the ship. But purely for me, I am going to go New Zealand. I'm going to follow you with that 1-12, and not because I think New Zealand deserve to win this game and the Warriors are going to win this game, but I look at their forward pack. It's bloody powerful. They've then bring Josh Curran off the bench. They're then in front of a home crowd, and I think that home crowd's going to be massive. So I think we're in agreement here. We're going to both go the New Zealand Warriors 1-12, but Bax, I'll pull this off the screen quickly. Are there any
Yep.
last words before, obviously, we move on to the second Friday night game that will be the Panthers taking on the Broncos?
Yeah, if Macca's run out of ice cream, go to Hungry Jacks because they're so much better.
Well, there you go. Macca's, please don't sue us. And Hungry Jacks, if you want to sponsor us, we're all up for that. But Baxter, just quickly, obviously, like we said, round one currently has kicked off. It is 6-0 to the Eels at halftime. Cameron Munster, he did go off with what was thought to be a compound fracture. It's just a dislocation. It's not broken, and he will return in the second half. So
Yeah,
at the
sweet.
time of listening to this, it's probably going to mean nothing because this won't go up until the next game. But obviously, we are watching it live, so we will give updates throughout the podcast as we do. But back